If you'd like online business explained to you in a way that you can actually understand, go to latenightim.com/explain. It's completely free, and I made it just for you. Now, how about an episode? Episode 185.
Late Night Internet Marketing.
This week on the Late Night Internet Marketing Podcast, we talk about personal accountability, how I'm generating some in my life, and how that example might help you in your life. All this and more on the Late Night Internet Marketing Podcast.
The Late Night Internet Marketing Podcast.
You've been working for somebody else, but you want a business to run yourself. You want to know how to start, where to begin. Can you get out your comfort zone, my friend? Yes, you can do it right when it's late at night. At the end of the day, your dreams burning inside. So keep it up and you will find that you're building your business one night at a time.
And now, broadcasting late at night from a little studio in the big state of Texas, your host, Mark Mason.
Hey, how is everyone doing out there in internet land? I am Mark Mason, and I am coming to you live from the little studio in Dallas. As you know, I'm not actually live because this is a podcast, but it makes me feel exceptionally cool to say that I am live. I hope that you have had an amazing week since last we spoke. I have spoken to a lot of you on Voxer and in course validation calls and all kinds of stuff. We're going to get into all of that this week. But first, I got to tell you about this great thing that I found and see what you think about it. I have a desire to grow my presence on social media. This has been a long time desire, and I have a decent social media presence, but I lack discipline. And I often find myself in this situation where I just don't know what I want to say. I want to grow my Instagram following. I want to do even more on social media, on Facebook. It's very important for me in my business, but I get in front of that flashing prompt and I'm not sure exactly what I want to say. Well, today I happen to find exactly the answer to all of my problems, and it's a product that I'm really impressed with from a marketer that I really don't know very well. Her name is Angie Gensler. I don't know anything about her, to be honest with you, which probably is my bad because the product that she has is absolutely amazing. Basically what she's offering, and I got this in my email, and it's one of those things, I violated my own rule. You know, I have this rule I talk about sometimes, only buy things on Friday, because if you got something at random in your email, you probably don't need it. Look at it again on Friday, and that'll keep your money in your wallet until you're ready to make a better decision. But as soon as I saw this thing from Angie, I knew exactly that I needed it, because what it is a social media calendar. It's beautifully done. It's niche independent, and it tells you exactly what you should be doing on social media on a day-by-day basis for every day. Yes, literally every day in the year. She's got a calendar for every month, and for every day in the year, she tells you what you should be doing. And on the day I'm recording this, Angie tells me that I should be promoting a piece of my own content. And she's got this kind of laid out on a weekly basis, trending topics, when national holidays are, what tags to use, all kinds of stuff in this calendar. I think it's really fantastic. And what's really cool about it, and I thought very clever, there's so many clever things about this. What's really cool about it is, first of all, it's niche independent. The second thing about it is it actually engages you in a way that makes you go back to her site and do more stuff. The second thing about it, or the third thing rather about it, that's really cool, besides the fact that it's awesome all by itself, is that she has other products that are directly related that it makes you want to buy. So it's a really good piece of content. I bought all the stuff associated with this because I thought it was really well done. And here's the best thing about it. Built into the thing is an affiliate program, because Angie recognizes that she's dealing mostly with marketers to begin with, and marketers have reach. And if she happens to be dealing with marketers who have an audience of marketers, that they'll promote the product. I think this is a really cool product. If you want to check this out, it's at latenightim.com/social. I'll include a link to this, but basically it's just this amazing calendar that tells you every day. It gives you a little prompt for that day in the month and tells you what you should be thinking about posting on social. And if you do this over a year, you get a nice balanced mix of social media stuff, not too much of your own promotion, not too much promotion of other stuff, not too much asking of questions, not too many fancy quotes, but a nice mix of all that stuff. So I'm going to be trying this, so brace yourself. If you follow me on social media, you'll be seeing this. And if you want to do this yourself, you can go to latenightim.social. You can follow my affiliate link and check out Angie's stuff. I think it's really well done. And even if you don't actually want the stuff, I think the example of how this is done is some really smart marketing in here. You'll want to check that out. Really awesome. latenightim.com/social.
It's time to get to work building your internet business. One night at a time.
One night at a time.
Okay, so I want to catch you up on my own personal accountability journey with regard to late night affiliate. Now, for those of you that have been following me for a long time, Kent, I know you're there, man. I know you're rolling your eyes right now. Kent has been listening to me since the very beginning of the podcast. He and I talked about this as part of the course validation calls that I'll tell you about in a minute. I know Kent, he has heard this so many times. Late night affiliate, it's my affiliate marketing course. I cannot tell you how many people have asked me to create a fantastic course on affiliate marketing over the years, and here's why. Reason number one is that affiliate marketing is absolutely, hands down, the best way for any new internet marketer to get started on the internet, because you don't have to create your own product. You don't have to warehouse anything. You don't have to do any wholesale buying. You don't have to handle any customer service, any serious customer service. You don't have to figure out how to take other people's money. You don't have to figure out how to compute state income tax. You don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is help people with amazing content. And in the process of doing that, recommend great products that they should buy to solve their problems, thereby solving their problems, and collect a commission on that recommendation. That's all you have to do. And if you do that with integrity and really help people, it is a super fantastic, amazing business. And it's the perfect way to start an internet business. And not only that, the amazing thing is you learn important skills like understanding how to research a niche market and select that niche market, by the way, understand how to get a website up and running, and how to fill that website with amazing content that actually helps people, how to get that content to rank in the search engines, and how to monetize it with affiliate offers that actually help your readers, and finally, how to drive traffic to that site. It really is the best way for people to get started online. And so for years and years and years and years and years and years, I mean, I've been doing this podcast since 2009. I've been talking about in public creating this course, and actually, you know, having amazing products is a big step that you need to accomplish. If you're a guy like me and you want to grow an amazing business, you really need great products that help people. And I've been, you know, kind of lacking in that area. I'm not exactly sure why. I think there are a lot of problems, a lot of mindset issues and other things underneath that we can unpack. But I have this amazing strategic advantage that all of you need to have. Every one of you that's in the sound of my voice, I have a group of like-minded individuals called a mastermind group that help me deal with my own demons. They unpack my stuff for me, and they help me understand what the heck is preventing me from moving forward. And my mastermind group, they had what I'd call an intervention with me, because I've been talking about this course for years and years and years, literally, and I've never done it. Why not? So we had a very difficult conversation in the mastermind group. My mastermind group meets in the middle of the day, and I remember precisely because on those days, on those Wednesdays, every Wednesday, almost no matter what, unless the world is almost ending, we meet, and you guys know who these guys are. It's Cliff Ravenscraft, it's Pat Flynn, it's Michael Stelzner, it's Leslie Samuel, and Ray Edwards, and they were pounding me. I mean, relentlessly. And what's great about our mastermind is that we have this kind of loving relationship. I know that sounds a little weird, you know, a number of guys in a loving relationship. It's really not a made for HBO, Netflix kind of thing. It really is. We care about each other. They're hammering me because they care. And they're like, Mark, you are not going to be able to achieve your goals if you don't do this thing. And oh, by the way, those hundreds of people that need your course, they already need it. What the heck are you doing? How come you're not helping these people? So, okay. So I gave in and I agreed that I would do this thing, and they helped me understand in some ways why I wasn't doing it. I had some mind-blowing coaching sessions with Cliff around this and around the fact that I need to be doing more coaching of people, which is something we'll be talking about in the future. I will be launching the Late Night Mastermind in the future as a result of my conversations with Cliff Ravenscraft. But my first order of business, the thing that I want to accomplish in 2019, is the completion of the Late Night Affiliate course, because the question I get most often is, Mark, I want to start an online business. How in the world do I do that? I really believe the right way to do that is Late Night Affiliate, creating an affiliate website. I need to be able to offer them that solution. And I can't do that right now. Here's the other problem. The products that I really trust on the market that I would recommend are like more than $2,000. I think that is for people like I'm dealing with who are trying to get started online. That's a lot to ask. They're not even sure if this is for them. They need something that's 10 or 20% of that price. So my intention is to create a course that is worth more, way more than $2,000, but is available for less than $300. That's the plan. So that's what I've committed to do. And I am launching Late Night Affiliate on January 9th. Okay. So there it is. It's out there. It's in the public. I am launching Late Night Affiliate on January 9th of 2020. I'll have the course completed in 2019, which is my goal. And I'll be working on the marketing. I'm going to do a live launch thing, with webinars and all that kind of stuff, just like you would see normally in the internet marketing space. And we can talk about all that stuff and how those work. And I'll teach you guys all about that stuff when I do it, as I do it. But right now I've got this problem this opportunity. I'm going to use Cliff Ravenscraft words. What does this make possible? What does this commitment make possible? It makes possible for me to help a lot of people and learn a lot of stuff. And that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to take you guys, I'm going to drag you guys kicking and screaming through this with me. And we are going to do this thing together. And I am going to generate a tremendous amount of accountability for myself by making sure that you guys know what I'm doing. So if you want to hit me up on Voxer at latenightim.com/Voxer and say, hey, Mark, how's the course going? And oh, by the way, I have this question about my own business. Please feel free to do that on latenightim.com/Voxer. So I'm doing this thing January 9th. The thing is coming. Here's the lesson for you about personal accountability. I did 3 things that helped me with accountability. The first thing that I did was I confided in and unpacked with 5 guys that I would do almost anything for in the world, this mastermind. If you don't have a mastermind, I encourage you to get one, to build one, to create one. And you're not going to fall in love with these people right away, but I guarantee you, if you make the investment in your mastermind that I've made over the last 5 years, you will have some of the best friends in your life inside this like-minded community that you meet with weekly, you pray with, you sup with, whatever it is that you're able to do with your mastermind. It's the kind of thing that will change your life. They will encourage you, they will challenge you, and they will set up situations for you, as they have in this case, where you don't want to disappoint them. That is an amazing thing. I encourage you to do that. That's thing number 1 for accountability for you. If you don't have a mastermind, even if it's just another person, I want you to go do that for yourself. You deserve to have the kind of mastermind relationship that I have with my people. Thing 2, I'm telling the world that I'm releasing this thing on January 9th. I've told my wife. I've told all my friends. I'm telling you guys on the podcast. I've mentioned it in email. This thing is going down, and I am creating an enormous amount of leverage on myself, public commitment that this thing is going down on January 9th. That's how I'm rolling. And I recommend that you do this in the case where your goal, the thing that you're trying to do, is not something that is in competition with other people. For example, if you're going to open a fantastic gourmet coffee shop next door to Starbucks, I don't recommend that you go and find the general manager of Starbucks and tell him how excited you are that you're going to be right next door to him, right? If they don't have your best interest at heart, those aren't the kind of people that you want to tell. But you, my podcast audience, the people that I love, who I constantly feel like love me back, like I get all these amazing messages from you guys, and I just feel so much love from the podcast world. You guys get it. You guys are for me. I believe that. And so I'm telling you, January 9th, this thing is going down. And if you want to check in with me on that, see how it's coming, see what you can do to be a part of it, latenightim.com/Voxer. I'd love to hear from you. And then, of course, there's the third thing. Have you ever wanted to run? I always wanted to be a jogger. I have in the past, and I'm not right now. And I wish I was again. And sometimes when I want to be a jogger, what do? I go to a really expensive, exclusive running store. Like in Dallas, we have this store called Run On, which is an awesome running store. And I go to Run On and I say, yo, dude, I want the best set of running shoes that you have for me. And I go in and I spend $250 on a pair of running shoes. And what happens? Those running shoes sitting on the floor of my closet guilt me into putting them on and running. Now, it doesn't last forever, but it lasts, and it actually causes me to run, because there's no way I'm going to spend $250 on a pair of running shoes and not use the freaking shoes. So I run. I create accountability by making an investment in myself, in the shoes in this case. So what did I do? Well, my good friend, and I'm speaking in future tense here, my good friend, Amy Porterfield, because we are not good friends. I've met her several times, but we have like 100 good friends in common. And I predict, because I love Amy's heart, that we will be good friends at some point in the future, but we're not right now. But I have an amazing, enormous, almost unbridled amount of respect for Amy. And it just so happened that Amy was launching the new version of her courses course called Digital Course Academy. It's a $2,000 course. I got out my credit card because sending her $2,000 cash in the mail didn't seem prudent. And I bought Digital Course Academy. Now I have a $2,000 pair of running shoes. And here's the great thing. Here's the I have this leverage because There's no way I'm going to spend $2,000 on a course and not do the work. I'm on it. I'm all over it. I'm in the Facebook group. I'm communicating. I'm helping people in that group. I'm doing their little lessons, even when I don't need to. I'm filling out, I'm printing the workout. I've got a 3-ring binder. I'm punching holes in paper and sticking it in the 3-ring binder. I'm doing all the things because mechanically I know that that generates accountability for me. If I follow the steps, one step at a time. Amy is a hyper organized, results driven person who gets people from point A to point B. She is famous for creating frameworks and teaching methods that get people from point A to point B. I am a person that, even though I'm incredibly competent about how to launch an online course, I am incredibly distracted by 75,000 other things. So by signing up for Amy's course, I've created an enormous amount of accountability to get me from point A, which is where I was 2 weeks ago, to point B, which is January 9th, 2020, where I'm launching Late Night Affiliates. So that's what I've done. I've created that accountability. And one of the cool things about that is that as I go through that process, I'm going to pick out the golden nuggets from that course launch, and I am going to tell you guys all about it, which hopefully will help you when you do your course launch or product launch or whatever you do in the future. And the thing I want to tell you about right now, and some of you that are listening to my voice right now, you know about this because you were part of it. And I want to thank you so much for those of you that are in the audience that helped me with my course launch validation calls. So very specifically, Mark Cundiff and Danny Mullins and Charles Vance and Rick King and James Martinez, Edwin Sawyer, Jason Kabler, Devin Ferguson, Kent Favor, and Subradaz. Thank you, man. You know, I've been saying international names all my life and I'm still the worst, but if I got close to your name, thank you guys so much. And I know there were many more of you, actually, according to my stats, maybe almost 100 more that tried to get in, but the slots filled up. And I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much for helping me with my course validation calls. So here's the tip for you. If you're thinking about doing a thing, if you have an audience in your niche and you're thinking about doing a thing, and whether that thing is a product like what I'm doing, or a webinar, or a live course, or a physical product, or a blog post even, and you're not sure, even if you think you are sure, about whether or not that is a valid thing for you to be doing, if you've got an audience, reach out to that audience and ask them what they think. Here is my feeling about that course validation process. Now, this is something that Pat Flynn has written an entire book about called Will It Fly? This is something that Amy teaches in her course, and really it's common sense. Before you go do a bunch of work doing something, and before you allow yourself to decide that you already know what people want and you don't need to ask, go talk to people in your target market and ask them what they think about your idea, what their pain points are, what's bugging them around your topic. If they could, this is the key question that everybody always talks about. If you could wave a magic wand to solve your problem, what would that look like? What would your ideal solution be for whatever your problem is? And have a conversation and do more listening than talking. Crank them up on Skype and ask them, hey, what do you think about this? I'm thinking about this. What has your experience been in the past? Have you done this thing in the past? And what did you like and what did you not like? You would be amazed by two things. One, people are smart. I mean, the people in your audience, they have mad skills and talents. And all of these people that I just named, every one of them, the conversation was fantastic. And I got usable intelligence from every person that I talked to as part of these course validation calls. I absolutely promise you, even when the person is not exactly in your target market, you're going to get ideas by talking to people about what it is that would light them up and make them excited, and what their pain points are and problems that they've had in the past with products like yours that they've bought and all of those things. When you ask those questions, you're going to get ideas that you can use that are going to be absolutely critical to what you're doing moving forward. And that was certainly my experience. That's thing one. You're going to get ideas. The sum of all of those brains is way bigger than your brain. And as hard as that may be for you to admit as the expert, I promise you, random guy off the street has ideas that you have not thought of. I absolutely guarantee it. Second thing. The second thing is, when you do this, if you pay attention, you're going to hear language from those people, how your target market is describing and talking about the pain that they're experiencing, the problems that they have, and the kind of thing that they're looking for. And if you make note of that language and how people are talking about your potential solution, your potential product, the thing that you want to offer, you can use that exact language, those words, in your marketing copy. And what that is going to do, and every copywriter will tell you this. Rusty Ryle and I were just talking about this the other day. When you use the words, the right words that your target market is using, you will be able to communicate with them. And Rusty and I were in Tennessee, and we were talking about a situation where he was constrained by the client on the kind of words that he could use. And when you can't use exactly the right words to talk to your target market, you can't reach them as effectively as you can when you use the words that your market is using to describe their own problems. And so if you haven't talked to your market on the telephone, how in the world will you know what words that they're using? You need to hang out with them and be with them. Those are the two big reasons to do these course validation calls. So Mark, Danny, Charles, Rick, James, Edwin, Jason, Devon, Kent, and Sobra, thank you so much for those phone calls. Incredibly useful. And I want to suggest that all of you use this validation methodology in order to validate whatever products you do in the future. My journey right now, I'm outlining the course, the affiliate marketing course. That's the assignment from Amy. I have this week to outline this course. If you have interest in affiliate marketing and you have input about what should be included in a course on affiliate marketing, I want to hear from you on Voxer. LateNightIM.com/Voxer. That's where I'm going to be. I answer every Voxer mail that is sent to me. I would love to hear from you, and I cannot wait to hear what your amazing ideas are regarding how to best teach affiliate marketing to beginning internet marketers.
Now it's your turn. What action are you going to take to build your business?
One night at a time.
Okay, that's it for this week. I cannot wait for next week. I've got so many things in the queue. My gosh, I have got, one of the questions I get all the time is, what in the world do I do about Etsy? I've got an Etsy store and I'm making, whatever you make on Etsy, bracelets or wooden signs or, Halloween masks. I don't know. People make stuff on Etsy. Have you checked it out? There's like everything under the sun under there. And I can't sell my stuff. How do I market things on Etsy? I've got ideas, but I'm not an Etsy expert. So guess what? Guess what's coming up? Yeah, you guessed it. I've got an Etsy expert coming in, and we're going to talk about how to effectively market items on Etsy and immediate things that you can do if you've got an Etsy store to get that stuff going and get rocking and rolling on Etsy. And guess what else I've got? I was blown away. I'm sitting at my desk. I got this email, and I got an email from the guy in 2000, and I guess it was 2000. I got to look back at my email, 2008, late 2008 or early 2009. the guy that I learned from that taught me the techniques to hire my very first virtual assistant. And I will tell you that one of the virtual assistants that I hired with his help in late 2009, early 2010 is still with me today. Amazing. This guy, he is the guru of outsourcing, and he'll be on the show to help you with your outsourcing. It's going to be awesome. I have so much amazing content planned for you guys for the rest of the year. I cannot wait. I hope you're excited to reach out to me on Voxer, latenightim.com/Voxer. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to you soon. Have an amazing week. Go crush something. Ciao.
You can do it right when it's late at night.
You've been listening to the Late Night Internet Marketing Podcast.
Be sure to visit latenightpodcast.com today to leave feedback for Mark. Download special bonus content, access the show notes, and more. See you there.
Until then, go and make some great progress on your internet business. One night at a time.
One night at a time.
Okay, so first things first, it's been so crazy. I'm working so hard on this course. There's so much other stuff going on. We're playing so much baseball, and I forgot a really important person on the list of people I did validation calls with, Linda Gullo. I had a fantastic conversation with Linda. Sorry, Linda. So here's the deal. Linda and I didn't schedule through Calendly. We had a different, and I was reading through the Calendly list, and Linda was on some other list. And so, sorry, Linda, our conversation was awesome. I hope you didn't feel left out. You're amazing. I have been just so engaged with everything going on with this course and been contributing in Amy's group. It's just been amazing. But I've been really busy and I'm really tired. So that's kind of what's going on with that. I just, it's just crazy. I mean, scheduling podcast guests and all this stuff, it's amazing. And it's one of these things as a solopreneur, sometimes you need to delegate some stuff. And right now I need to delegate some stuff and I haven't done that. So I need to work on that. That's for sure. I'm just feeling a little stressed and I think the answer is red wine. So I'm going to go look for some of that. So one of the things that Cliff has challenged me to do is create a late night mastermind. And he has had enormous success and helped an amazing number of people with these mastermind groups. And I want to create one on Wednesday nights, late night mastermind. It's going to be for internet marketers and it's going to be amazing. He and I have been talking about this and I've been getting some amazing coaching from Cliff. I mean, he's my friend, but he always says this thing. This is a coaching call now. We're going to suspend our friendship for the next 90 minutes, which is a little scary. But, we've been talking about this coaching thing. So in preparation for this, I've been doing more and more coaching to, see how that is for me. And I've been coaching people in the Digital Course Academy. When the opportunity presents itself, I've been talking to more and more people on late night internet marketing. A lot of these Voxer calls have evolved into free coaching, and I've been spending more and more time helping people. And I think there are two things that jump out at me immediately from this. And one is one that I think will help you. The other one is I love coaching. I don't think that helps you very much, unless you want to talk to me about what's going on in your business. If you do, hit me up on Voxer, latenightim.com/Voxer. But I'll tell you, there is a phenomenon that I have taught about, I know about, but still it strikes me. No matter where you are in the thing that you're interested in your niche, so much more helpful stuff than you can possibly imagine. I am constantly blown away as I'm doing coaching about how I'm able to draw on things that I know that I'd even forgotten that I know, or that I completely took for granted that most people know, and you completely forget that wherever you are in your journey, if you're 5 miles down the road, there is somebody getting on the road that's at 0 miles and they need your help. And for a guy like me who's at 100 miles down the road, man, I just totally have forgotten all of the struggles that you have when you're at 0, and all of these course validation calls and all of this activity in Digital Course Academy have brought all of this back to me. People asking questions like, what's an email autoresponder and how do I get that set up? And what's a lead magnet? And just all these things that are just part of my daily vocabulary that I completely take for granted. People need help understanding that. And so to you, I say, you could probably be helping people, whatever it is that you're doing in your niche, in your, you're thinking about internet marketing and you've been learning from me and other people, and you want to go build a business because you know how to do accounting, or you know how to do basket weaving underwater, or whatever it is that you know how to do. You know more, so much more than the people that are just getting started, and you can help them. And you should be helping them. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're not helping them, you're cheating them. It's irresponsible of you not to leverage your skills and go help those people. And if you can do that profitably, that's even better. If you can make a win-win out of it, make a little extra money to take your family on vacation, quit your day job, buy some pizza for the kids, whatever it is that is the do that you do as you help people profitably, more power to you, because that's awesome. That's a win for everybody. So my message to you is, hey, you know way more than you think you do. Imposter syndrome, be gone.
Late night internet marketing.
Hey, it's Mark again. I wanted to tell you one more time about this absolutely free resource that I have for helping people who are trying to get the big picture for internet marketing, actually get started and understand what all their choices are. If that's not you, there's no more content. You can skip to the end. But if you're someone who came to this podcast because you're searching for how to get started online and you just can't cut through all the noise, I get it. That was me. In 2007, when I was trying to get started, there were so many people throwing offers at me that I really couldn't even understand what all the different business models were. I couldn't understand how money moved around on the internet, and I couldn't really get a grip on what direction I wanted to go in so I could figure out how to move forward. I've created a free video resource for you just for that purpose at latenightim.com/explain. In several short videos, I just explained to you what internet marketing is all about and what online business is all about and the different options that you have for starting an online business. There's nothing to buy there. You just sign up for access and you get the videos just like that. So if that's interesting to you, or if you know someone who's in a same situation, send them that link, latenightim.com/explain. And let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what people are thinking that are in the exact same position that I was in more than a decade ago in 2007. In some ways, it seems like yesterday. And in some ways, it seems like an entire lifetime ago. Again, that's latenightim.com/explain.
Late night internet marketing.